Guys, I don't even have words to just describe that Pokemon Presents that we got today. That may have been one of the best Pokemon presentations I have ever seen in my life. And like, I don't even know what I'm going to say in this video. I'm like trying to get all my thoughts together to talk to you guys about all of this. But like, this was crazy because first of all, I just want to show you guys the reaction that me, Ruffle Rowlet, and a lot of other people had as we were watching this, because this was one of the most surprising, out of nowhere announcements that I've ever seen, and it was just a genuine surprise to all of us. So take a look at it for yourself here and see how excited everybody got when we saw this. Y'all don't scream because I'm like 10 seconds. I'm like 10 seconds. Game Freak? Yo, DLC?
It looks old.
I don't.
It looks old.
Wait,
I don't see any
development plan.
What is this? Confidential?
A vision of a beautiful coexistence between people and Pokemon.
I don't.
wait, hold on.
Urban
What is
development
this?
plan?
Is that the Aether Foundation
on.
logo on the top right?
Wait, what is
What
this
is
music?
this?
What is this music?
What is this?
It's Blueprint.
Yo, is this
Oh my
Legend
God,
something?
Is it a fusion between the two?
Wait,
There's
Actually,
bro.
a fusion between the two games?
hold on.
I don't even know what this is. Pikachu?
Hold up.
What are they teasing here? What is this?
Now it's Tron. Okay.
Now it's
Okay,
Hold on.
now it's all futuristic.
Okay.
Bro, is
there's
this
a bunch of Gen
actually a
6 mon.
future and
Wait,
past game?
That's Gen 5 Pokemon.
No, there's Gen 7 Pokemon.
I see Johto too.
What? There's Gen 6 Pokemon here.
It's Kanto. It's
Wait,
Kalos.
they're mixing it up.
Wait, are they going through all the regions?
Okay.
Are they going through all? Wait, there's a Gyarados.
Wait,
What is this?
What?
Wait, Kalos? Is it Kalos? Bro, Pokemon Z? Pokemon Z?
What is this?
What are we looking at? What is this? Wait, this is Kalos.
Gen 6 remake.
Right, that's Prism Tower.
What is this?
What am I looking at?
No shot.
Wait, no. Wait, it's a new logo for something? What is this? What is this, bro? I don't see. Wait, is that like a Battle Frontier thing? Lumiose City? Wait, something Kalos? Urban Development Team? What is happening, dude? Are we getting Pokemon Z? Don't tell me. Are we finally getting it? Pokemon Legends? Pokemon Legends Z? What? Oh my god! Pokemon Legends! We're getting another one! What is that? Pokemon Legends Z? Simultaneously worldwide 2025? It's next year! It's next year! Okay, bro, we fucking won! Wait, are we not done yet? Mega Evolutions are back! What? Okay, Pokemon Z, dude! We're getting Pokemon Z! After so many fucking years!
That was it.
The leaks were fake.
Hold on.
Everybody was wrong! Every single person was wrong! Oh my god! No Unova! No Gen 2!
Tell me how we got
Every single person was
how we
wrong!
got Gen 5.
Oh my god! Everyone's reactions in that were genuine joy and surprise because no one, not a single soul, predicted that there would be anything with the Kalos region or Generation 6 happening as the next mainline game, as pretty much all of the rumors, all the speculation, any insider who was supposedly talking about stuff was just saying that it was going to be either something with Johto, like a Pokemon Let's Go Johto Gen 2 related, or it was going to be something with Gen 5, like it was going to be Black and White remake, something with Unova, futuristic Unova game. Like that's pretty much what everybody was saying, and everyone turned out to be wrong when they showed us Lumiose City today. Now, in case any of you guys don't know, I absolutely loved Pokemon Legends Arceus. It was the most fun I had with a mainline Pokemon game since like Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 from 2012, and it was like a decade later where I really felt that Pokemon magic just playing through Pokemon Legends Arceus, having these giant like worlds to kind of explore and find so many different Pokemon hiding everywhere, throwing Pokeballs yourself, the way that the battles worked, and that there was like a more unique battle system with how the turns worked and the agile and strong moves, and just being able to see your Pokemon do these really cool animations, actually running up to the Pokemon and attacking them, just having better looking Pokemon in general. It was just an incredible game and I had a ton of fun with it. And I always thought that there would be another Pokemon Legends type of game, but that we just wouldn't hear about it for a while because Pokemon Legends Arceus just came out fairly recently in 2022, and it was still an experimental game for the Pokemon Company and Game Freak when it came out. They didn't know how the fans were going to react to it, if they were going to like it or not. Obviously, it turned out that for a majority of people, like 99% of people really loved Pokemon Legends Arceus and considered it to be a very good game and very fun. So obviously, after seeing that, I'm sure they were like, okay, we're going to make another Legends game for sure. It seems like everybody loves it. but we probably just wouldn't hear about this game for another couple years. But they proved all of us wrong today by announcing Pokemon Legends ZA, a Pokemon Legends game that is taking place in the Kalos region with Lumiose City, and you guys have no idea how excited this makes me. Out of every single region that we have, I'll always say that the Kalos region was done the most dirty with Pokemon X and Y in Generation 6 because it just felt like they had so many cool ideas and lots of interesting things that they even started in those games, and that they were definitely going to have some type of follow-up to it, but it just never happened. In fact, when there was a major server hack that happened for Nintendo and Pokemon, there was even like stuff that came out that basically said that there were supposedly going to be Pokemon X and Y sequels that were going to be coming out in 2015, but they were just internally scrapped and never happened. And it always did feel like Pokemon X and Y just left so many things open and that there was definitely going to be a follow-up to it. They had like this character AZ who was basically like 1,000 years old, and then they had like this great war that happened and this big machine that they built for it. And then it just seemed like there was a lot of interesting things that they were kind of setting up inside of there for some type of sequel or follow-up like a Pokemon Z to happen and really kind of give us more lore and kind of finish up the plot line. But then it just seemed like they really didn't want to do that, or they just scrapped it internally, because even the stuff that they set up with like Zygarde getting different forms was just shoehorned into Pokemon Sun and Moon with Generation 7, and it really just kind of felt out of place, and it didn't really feel like it made sense, especially because that was a legendary from the Kalos region. But now you're telling me we get to go back to the Kalos region in a home console Pokemon experience in a Legend style type of game? Like, that just makes me insanely excited. You guys have no idea. Pokemon X and Y is actually my second least favorite Pokemon generation after Pokemon Sword and Shield, and the biggest reason for that was just because of how many things were left unanswered, and it was just kind of confusing for me when I first played it to really kind of get attached to anything that they were trying to do for it, and I just didn't really find myself loving it all that much. But I did love all of the gameplay additions that they did by adding like roller skates to be able to move faster, character customization to actually look differently, adding like the fairy type for some balancing, adding like mega evolutions. Like, that's still my favorite gimmick that they've ever done, but it was just really the characters and the plot that were just left kind of open, and I couldn't really get myself that attached to it, and that's why I was really just hoping for there to be a Pokemon Z or like a Pokemon X2 and Y2 or something to really kind of just follow up and give like that extra information that I really wanted, and it seems like that's finally going to happen now with Pokemon Legends ZA. It honestly makes me want to replay Pokemon X and Y, and I feel like I'm probably going to do that at some point this year now, so that I'm more refreshed on everything as I get ready for this next game. Now, in terms of the actual information about the game, we don't really have a ton because they did just kind of give us a little teaser for this game, and it is going to be coming out in 2025, so that's also another thing that I'm actually very happy about. I'm really happy that there isn't going to be any mainline Pokemon game or content coming out this year at all in 2024, because this means that Pokemon is finally going to be taking a gap year in terms of mainline content ever since 2015. That was the last time that they ever took a break in terms of having mainline content. Then after that, we had like Sun and Moon in 2016, we had Ultra Sun and Moon in 2017, we had Let's Go in 2018, Sword and Shield in 2019, Sword and Shield DLC in 2020, we had BDSP in 2021, in 2022 we had Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, and then last year in 2023 we had Scarlet and Violet DLC. So they've just been pumping out content after content. I'm very happy that they're finally taking a break and that Game Freak has even more time now to work on Pokemon Legends ZA. Honestly, I'd be very happy if this is the only Pokemon content that we get next year in terms of 2025, and then in 2026 for the 30-year anniversary of Pokemon, that's when they finally show us the next generation in terms of like brand new starters, a brand new region, and all of that. But then again, we also did get Pokemon Legends Arceus and then Gen 9 in the same year, so I really hope that they don't do that where they kind of have like Gen 10 and Legends ZA come out next year. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me if they do that as well. But in terms of the information, we just have the website right here where it says Pokemon Legends ZA announcing an ambitious new entry to the Pokemon video game series, Pokemon Legends ZA, releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025. Now, it is also interesting how they just say here 2025 instead of like when they showed us Pokemon Legends for the first time, they specifically said like early 2022, I'm pretty sure, when they showed that. So here, they're not even telling us like early 2025, like we're going to be able to play this very early into next year, and I feel like there's probably a reason for that, which I'm going to get to later, but that is pretty much it. Like, we just kind of have like this little teaser video, and that's pretty much the only content that we have in terms of like what this game is about. And even this teaser video doesn't really go too much into the actual trailer itself too. Like we just kind of get like a little basic look at some like sketches in terms of concept art for what Pokemon Legends ZA is going to look like. But there is something very interesting, which is how this trailer looks very futuristic. And I mean, they do talk about like how this game is about like the urban redevelopment plan for Lumiose City. Like they want to make it more urban and they want to make it more kind of like a city. And we're going to get into that because it seems like Lumiose City is really going to be the main focal point of this game. And we can see here we've got like Pokemon roaming around in the wild, Gyarados under the bridge, and it's very much futuristic. Like it is very much like a cyber type of setting, and like we got like a lot of futuristic stuff going on here, and it's going to be like a very much more modernized city with lots of buildings. And that makes me very excited because this seems like the complete opposite of Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was much more about it taking place in the past, and we learned more about kind of what the initial first kind of ideas were for like Pokemon with Sinnoh, with the Hisui region. But here it's more like it's going to be a very much futuristic game with Lumiose City, and it's going to be a whole redevelopment for Lumiose City and how we're going to make it into like this really kind of urbanized futuristic setting. And that makes me very excited because I think that is going to have a lot of fun gameplay potential. So that's pretty much the only thing that we have right now, just kind of like that little teaser video. And it even says here, this trailer does not contain any actual game footage. So yeah, we have no idea what the game is actually going to look like. And there's probably a reason for that, which I'm going to get to. But yeah, in terms of information, it just says here, a new adventure awaits within Lumiose City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway to shape the city into a place that belongs to both people and Pokemon. Please look forward to seeing it for yourself, releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Like Pokemon Legends ZA, that is pretty much the only information that we have so far about the game. Now, it's also very interesting here when we take a look at this tweet from Nintendo of America, where they say here, watch to see the reveal trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA, a new adventure set entirely within Lumiose City, coming to Nintendo Switch in 2025. So this is something that they didn't mention on the Pokemon website, but I guess the entire game is going to be set inside of this city only. So now it kind of makes me wonder, like, are there not going to be like kind of areas that you get to go and explore, but rather everything is just going to be set inside of this kind of metropolis that they're going to build. Now, this honestly reminds me a lot of Midgar from Final Fantasy VII, and I honestly feel like maybe that's kind of what they're going to try to do here, where it's going to be like a very much futuristic city, and it's going to be a giant city that you're just going to have everything to explore is just going to be a part of the city itself. Now, maybe that might be a little bit disappointing to some people, not really having kind of like more grassy and desert types of areas and different biomes to really kind of explore, but maybe that is kind of going to be what they're trying to do here. Maybe that's what the redevelopment plan is to kind of redevelop different kind of areas of Lumiose City into having like a snow area or a desert area or a forest or something like that. I'm not really sure, but also having like all of these cities too, and maybe that is kind of how it's going to work. I've seen some people saying that it's a little disappointing to kind of hear that it's going to be just within Lumiose City, but I do kind of want to see what they're trying to go for here, because I definitely do think like they can absolutely make an entire game just set inside of one city. Like a lot of games do that. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I just mentioned that, like that game is set all inside of Midgar, and it's incredible. And I mean, we've also seen like with the Persona games, they're always set inside of like Shibuya or something like that too. So they could probably do that as well. Like, I don't think that having an entire game set in one city takes away anything from like the hype. And especially with like what we see here in this concept art, maybe there's going to be like different sectors just like within Midgar itself. Like you're going to have a sector here, and that's going to be like one area that's going to be just as big as maybe like an entire biome from Pokemon Legends Arceus. Maybe this one area is going to be big as like Obsidian Fieldlands itself from Pokemon Legends Arceus. So we're really just kind of have to kind of see the gameplay and really get an understanding. But honestly, just having a more modernized, futuristic game, I feel like the gameplay for this now could be even more different, because that was the whole thing about Pokemon Legends Arceus, was we were doing like these survey missions and stuff to kind of compile and make the first Pokedex for the Hisui region. But if this is going to be a modern game, then now you're going to have all of the technology done for you. So is this just going to be like a more modernized game? Or like, are we going to have like gym battles? Are we going to have more just kind of a different type of approach? Like, what's the whole plan going to be? Like, we're redeveloping the city for Lumiose. It's going to be interesting. I have no idea what they're going for, and I'm just extremely excited to see what they have planned. Now lastly, I also want to mention here how it does say here, Pokemon Legends ZA, an ambitious new entry to the Pokemon video game series, will launch on Nintendo Switch systems in 2025. The terminology that they use for this is kind of very interesting because they say here Nintendo Switch systems, and obviously the Switch 2 is heavily rumored right now. I'm actually going to make a video about it after this one probably, where it's been rumored that the Nintendo Switch 2 has actually been delayed to 2025, and that it's apparently going to be coming out in March of 2025 now. It's apparently going to be like an early 2025 system, pretty much exactly like what they did with the current Nintendo Switch. And now it seems like if this game is going to be coming out in 2025 as well, maybe it's possible that this is going to be a cross-gen type of game where you're going to have a version of it that's going to be on the new Nintendo system, being the Switch 2, maybe with some better enhancements, better frame rate, better graphics, and then you're also going to have it available for the current Nintendo Switch that we all have right now too, because they already announced it for that system. So now it makes me even more excited because it's very possible that we could be getting an even better version of this game, and that could be why maybe they didn't even show us any gameplay, because they're waiting for Nintendo to show us the new system first, and then they can show us the gameplay running for both systems. I don't really know what they have planned, but I could definitely see that, and that would make me very excited because I'll definitely get it for the next gen system. I'll definitely play it in the best experience possible. But even if they don't do that, maybe this is just going to be like the final Pokemon game for the current Nintendo Switch, and then after that, Generation 10 is really going to be like that brand new, big new experience for Pokemon that's going to be on the Switch 2, and it's going to start off a whole new generation. But yeah, there you go guys, that is pretty much my reaction and initial thoughts on Pokemon Legends ZA, a brand new Pokemon Legends game set in the Kalos region coming next year in 2025. I'm just so happy everybody was wrong in terms of the leaks and rumors. Nobody predicted Kalos, nobody was saying anything about a new Legends game possibly even happening anytime soon, and even the stuff that we did talk about, it was like Legends Celebi or Legends Kyurem or something like that. Nobody thought of a Legends Kalos game, and I'm just so happy that it's happening. Kalos is finally getting more lore, it's going to have even more exciting stuff happening for it, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this game. I really feel like it could be even better now because they can listen to the feedback that they've gotten from Pokemon Legends Arceus and then use that to make an even better game, because they can figure out what exactly people really loved about Pokemon Legends Arceus, some of the things that people didn't like that much, and then really kind of tweak it to make the gameplay experience even better. So I can't wait to see what they've got cooking here, and especially with them taking even more time, I feel like the game is going to be more polished and it's going to be better looking too. So I can't wait to see this game. I do wonder if they're going to show us any gameplay footage or if we're going to get any trailers for it this year, because if it is going to be coming out like early next year, then I feel like they're probably going to start showing it towards like the middle or end of this year. But if it is going to be like the holiday game for next year, or if it's going to be coming out in the summer, then they might wait till like early next year or even the next Pokemon Day maybe to show us information then. So it will be very interesting to see what they've got going on. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel, as well as I'm definitely going to have some more videos talking about Pokemon Legends ZA, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And also comment down below and let me know what you guys think about all of this. Were you guys just as happy as I was when this got announced? How surprised were you? Like, was anybody expecting this genuinely? How do you guys feel about everything and this possible new game and what direction it could be going in? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about this, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.